Hey Leo, let's see what's going on in your love life. This is a tarot love reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and of course for any of you lovely cross watchers dealing with a Leo romantically. Now I do like to remind you, Leo, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. That's totally okay. You are very welcome here to take what works and leave the rest. So we're jumping right into it today, my lovely lions, and we're gonna see what could be coming toward Leo in love. First message coming out today for Leo says, passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So this is a pretty positive card to start the reading today. It definitely indicates that there is somebody in your love life romantically where there's some pretty insane chemistry, okay? You guys are very passionate about each other. You're very attracted to each other. It's a very passionate connection between the two of you. Now, this could be someone who you're currently involved with, could also be the energy of brand new love coming in, but let's see where it goes. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Leo right now. And then we've got heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So I kind of love that a lot, Leo, because the first card is passion. So there's this passionate energy, this chemistry, this vibe, this like magnetic pull between the two of you, right? So you've probably got a really strong physical attraction between you guys. But then we've got heart-to-heart conversations, which to me is about the emotional side of things. This is about the emotional connection. This is about the emotional intimacy. Now, the interesting thing here is that this is kind of saying there's probably going to be some deeper conversations happening between you and whoever you're involved with at this time. And you're going to get to know each other even better. You're probably going to be vulnerable with each other. You're going to be honest with each other. I will also say with the message heart-to-heart conversations, it feels to me, Leo, like somebody who's into you, somebody who's interested, somebody who's maybe even in love with you has something really important that they need to say to you at this time. There's something that they want to confess. There's something that they want to reveal to you about how they're feeling. Tell me more, please, about what could be coming toward Leo right now. And then we've got the message soulmate. Yes, Leo, this is your soulmate. Okay, so the vibes today are really, really, really positive when it comes to love. So I always say to you, soulmate, not everybody likes that terminology. So use whatever kind of terminology you like, Leo, okay? Your soulmate, your true love, your person, your partner, whatever you want to say here. Oh, we've got my little kitty cat Fiona here. Okay, so for those of you who are new to my channel, this is my cat. I actually have two cats who like to join the readings. I know whenever Fiona or Frankie come into the readings, a lot of you will leave the cutest messages in the comments and you're like, Fiona's my confirmation. So I'm just saying, Leo, Fiona came out today for the soulmate card. So I feel like Fiona is basically confirming like this is soulmate energy. This is really, really good. So just to kind of recap the overall vibe about what you can expect in your love life, you can expect right now a passionate connection where you guys are opening up, being vulnerable, getting deeper into your feelings, falling in love, and, you know, just enjoying every moment of this amazing connection. So this is pretty amazing and pretty lovely, wonderful, fantastic overall energy today. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do for the rest of the reading, Leo. We're gonna look more at this person and we're gonna look more at you. So we're gonna look at their overall energy right now, what they could be feeling, what they could be doing. I'll look at the same thing for you, and then we'll look at the potential outcome. This just kind of gives us a sense of like what's going on for them, what's going on for you, and yeah, where are things headed? So tell me about this person who is here for Leo right now. First card coming out today. We've got the Queen of Wands. So here's the thing, Leo. Some of you could be dealing with a fellow fire sign romantically. So maybe another Leo, maybe an Aries, maybe a Sagittarius. But I mean, this is just fitting with the first oracle message, which was passion, right? We know that the sparks are flying. We know that there's a very strong attraction here, very strong chemistry. And the thing with the Queen of Wands, don't worry about the gender. It's the energy, right? So it's the energy of somebody who's like really confident about this connection. Queen of Wands knows what she wants. She goes after it. She gets it. So there's like right away for this person, a sense that they're feeling like super confident about the connection between you guys. Okay. Tell me more about this person's energy right now. Love that. We will definitely take the Eight of Pentacles here, Leo. So Eight of Pentacles, This is a card about putting time and effort into what is truly important to us, okay? It's like, this relationship with Leo is what I want. This is what I desire. So they're going to show up. They're going to prioritize you, Leo. They're going to invest in you. They're going to invest in the connection. You're probably going to feel that they are doing things to move the relationship forward. Tell me more, please, about this person's energy right now, and then the Emperor. So this is Aries energy. We're getting even more fire energy. Again, it's very confident. It's very self-assured. So the beautiful thing here is that I feel this person is bringing this lovely air of confidence into the connection. I feel like they're confident in themselves, which I think is so important, because like when we're confident about ourselves, when we love ourselves, when we have high self-esteem, we put that energy out into the universe and we attract somebody who matches with that energy usually. So I feel like what's happening here is that you've got this person who's like very confident, probably doing really well in their life as well, because the Emperor can sometimes be someone who does like super great at work. They're ambitious, they're achieving stuff, it feels amazing, and they're very confident in themselves. And then they're also confident in the connection between the two of you as well. So I feel like you're attracting like a very mature, confident lover. I'm definitely getting some power couple vibes here as well. Okay, so tell me what this person could be feeling right now, please. Let's take a look at that. Two of Pentacles. Okay. I'm actually not surprised to see this, Leo, because you know how I was just saying, like, your person is probably confident. They probably do really well at work or whatever it is that they've got going on. This is probably someone who has a lot of responsibilities that they're juggling at any point in time. I think this happens. Like, I'm getting a very ambitious energy as well from whoever this person is. So the thing is, when you're dating someone or married to somebody who's super ambitious, they've got a lot on their plate, right? Because they've got goals, they got dreams, they got shit that they're working on. So I do think that your person is very, very busy. They've got a lot of cool stuff that they're working on. But I also feel like the Two of Pentacles is about them making space for you, making space for the relationship, all that kind of stuff. Tell me more about what this person could be feeling. OMG, Leo. Two of Cups, which is a soulmate card. Is this sounding familiar? Have we not already got the soulmate card within this reading? Are we getting repeating messages today, Leo? You know, this is really good. And I kind of like using two decks, because when I use an oracle deck and then I pull the tarot, it feels really significant to me when we're getting the same kind of energy showing up throughout the reading. So this is really big, you guys. For somebody to have the Two of Cups within their feelings, it is giving the message that this person feels like you are their soulmate and they want to be with you and they love you and it's true love and it's magical and it's amazing. Okay, tell me more about what they could be feeling. And then the Four of Cups. Oh, interesting. Okay, I mean, that's a very different vibe. Here's what I'm gonna say, you guys, because the Four of Cups can be a card of somebody who's like emotionally withdrawing. I get the sense, and you can leave me a comment, let me know if this resonates. I feel that this person who you're involved with is like super confident. I was getting the word like powerful. Like I said, maybe they have like a high-powered career. You know, they've got all these goals, they've got all these dreams, they're very well respected, people look up to them. And so there's this like really strong air of confidence, but it could also be that this is not someone who's like used to being in their feelings, right? You know, like they're super confident, they're super strong, but maybe they struggle a little bit to be vulnerable. Maybe they struggle a little bit to open up, right? So on the one hand, they've got these crazy feelings for you with the Two of Cups, but then with the Four of Cups, sometimes I think it feels a little bit overwhelming for them, the emotional side of things. Now, the good thing that I can see here, Leo, is going back to the Oracle, because remember, in the overall energy, we had the message heart-to-heart conversations. I feel like what could be happening here is that this person who you're involved with, because of this beautiful connection between the two of you, they could be learning to be more in their feelings, to be more vulnerable, to be opening up to you more emotionally. And maybe that's not something that they're used to doing within relationships, but there's something about you and something about the connection that makes it feel safe for them to start to open up. So I do think that this is maybe somebody, even when you first meet Leo, maybe they're not super, like emotional is not the right word. Like I don't mean to say like they're an emotional person, but like they keep their cards close to their chest. They don't just open up and be vulnerable with anybody. Maybe it takes them a little bit of time and the right situation and the right person to feel comfortable opening up. So you might notice that that's part of the process of you guys getting to know each other, where over time, as you know each other more and you have that safety and that connection, you might find that your person becomes a lot more emotionally vulnerable as the relationship progresses, right? So let's see what actions they could be taking right now, please. Three of Pentacles, I love that. This is such a positive card for me in a love reading. It's kind of like finding someone who's your lover and your best friend. Three of Pentacles to me is like working as a team to build something amazing together in a relationship. So I think this person is super committed to you. I'm also getting, okay, I'm getting another random message. So have you guys ever heard of the love languages? Okay. So there's this guy who came up with these love languages, which are basically like a description of how we like to receive love and show love, basically. I think the guy's name is Chapman. Anyway, you can look it up. It's called the love languages. But what came to mind immediately when I pulled the Three of Pentacles is that one of the love languages is acts of service. So this is someone who likes to do things for you, to show you how they feel. And I just get the sense that, like I said, maybe your person is not always super emotional or open with their feelings, but the way that they might show their love to you, Leo, is through like acts of service, doing things for you, being there for you, always supporting you, always having your back with that Three of Pentacles. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. Tell me more about what actions they could be taking right now, please. Ten of Wands, yeah. I do think your person has a lot on their plate. Like with the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, it could definitely be that, you know, there's a lot going on for them. They could be a little bit stressed, and maybe that's even what's happening around this time, Leo. Maybe they're starting to open up to you a little bit more. So maybe you're showing up for them and you're like, you know, I'm here for you. Like, I'm your safe space. Like, talk to me. Let me know what's going on. Let me know, you know, if you're stressed, like, I'm here. Let me help you, right? So there's just like this overall sense of maybe this person is learning to be vulnerable within this connection between the two of you. What other actions could they be taking right now? And then the Star. I love that. So we've got this Aquarian energy. It's very hopeful. It's very optimistic. I do think that this person, they feel super good about the relationship, Leo. They feel super good about where things are headed. There's this beautiful, happy, optimistic energy. And with the Star card, there could also be a sense of emotional healing, right? So I think there's something about you, Leo, that makes this person want to open up in ways that maybe they haven't before or they haven't in a long time. Because I'm kind of intuitively feeling like they have a very confident demeanor, like a very like, you know, confident, not hard, but like, you know, they're very like strong in how they present themselves, but there is all of those feelings and those emotions going on below the surface. And I feel like there's something about you that makes them actually connect more with those emotions, like I said, in a way that they haven't before, they haven't in a long time, which feels really beautiful. So there's also like a sense of emotional healing in the connection between you two. So let's shift over. Let's look at Leo. First card coming out. Oh, what is this, Leo? Okay, interesting. So the first card showing up for you is the Seven of Swords, which is like not a super great card to get in a love reading. So Seven of Swords can sometimes be like, we're not sure about somebody. We're like, can I trust this? You know, are they hiding something? Are they sneaking around? It can be a self-sabotaging energy as well. So, I mean, I guess I'll say watch out for any sort of tendencies to self-sabotage. In a more positive way, the Seven of Swords can be an energy of just being like strategic about how we navigate a relationship. So it could be that, but I'm kind of curious. Let's see what follows the Seven of Swords for Leo, please. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Maybe the pacing is off because the Seven of Pentacles is like a very patient energy. So maybe if your person's got a lot on their plate, right? We talked about it, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Maybe they're really busy right now and maybe things are not moving forward as quickly as you had hoped. So maybe you're feeling a little bit nervous because you're like, why are things slowing down right now? I don't think they're slowing down because your person's not head over heels in love. It could just be like life is a bit busy for them right now and you're feeling like, I want to spend even more time with them, but maybe they're just not as available at the moment. And then the Magician. Interesting. I don't know what it is, Leo, because remember, the overall energy is so good and I pull the overall energy to frame the reading. And so when I see your energy and it's so different than what I saw in the overall energy, I'm like, what is going on for you, Leo? Because the overall energy is literally like passion, heart-to-heart conversations, soulmate energy. But then as we get to you, it's like you're feeling a little bit nervous. It's like, can I trust this? Is it all an illusion? So watch out for any self-sabotaging tendencies. And the other thing too, this could be you reacting to them, right? Because I talked about how maybe they don't open up easily, right? Maybe it's hard for them to be emotionally vulnerable. So you guys might have to learn how to navigate that. But let's say that they have a tendency to not be as open emotionally right away. Maybe you look at that and you're like, is this a red flag? Is this an issue? So I feel like you might be reacting to them, maybe not being as emotionally open right away. So that might be something that you guys kind of have to navigate together, because I feel confident you can get there. I think this is just one of those situations where, you know, I don't think it's reasonable to expect that we go on a first date and everybody opens up and tells their entire life story. That feels like an overshare to me. Like me personally, how I look at relationships and vulnerability is that it's something that happens over time as you develop trust. But I feel like it might throw you off a little bit if at first they're maybe not quite as in touch with their feelings, or not showing that they're as in touch with their feelings, and you're feeling a little bit nervous. But I also think you could talk to them about that, Leo, right? Tell me what Leo could be feeling. Queen of Pentacles, okay? Queen of Pentacles is a very stable energy. I think you're just trying to stay stable and grounded and be like, you know what? I like them, so I'm going to keep putting in the effort. Tell me more. The Hermit. Doing some soul searching, doing some thinking, doing some reflecting. I mean, I think you just have to look at this, Leo, and be like, is this worth fighting for, right? I think it is based on the overall energy, but I just feel like as we look at your energy, there's going to be something that potentially throws you off, Leo, about the way that this connection is progressing. And it's like, I think if you guys can deal with that issue, you're going to be fine. But there's also a chance that if you're feeling frustrated, you could end up pushing them away as well, and then maybe it doesn't move forward. Tell me more. And then the Chariot. Okay. I mean, the Chariot is a very like fast-paced energy. It's literally charging forward. It comes after the Hermit. So it's kind of like after doing some soul searching, you decide like, okay, I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to like, you know, allow myself to really explore this connection. And I feel like as you do that, then your person will be like, okay, I feel safe to open up because Leo's here, Leo's available, Leo wants me. So maybe there's a little bit of a message here about both of you needing to be a little bit brave and a little bit courageous and be emotionally vulnerable, right? What actions could Leo be taking? The Nine of Swords, yeah. I mean, you've been getting up in your head, overthinking. You're overthinking something here, Leo. So my best advice is just think about what you're overthinking. The Nine of Swords can like drive us nuts. It's like getting up in our head. It's that what if, right? So maybe there's something about this connection where you're like, well, what if I open up and be vulnerable and they don't do the same? Okay, so follow that train of thought. So what happens? I mean, worst case scenario, it doesn't work out, right? You know, best case scenario though, you be vulnerable and they meet you there at that level. So I think there is something here you need to address at this point in time. It definitely looks like there's something going on where you're really getting up in your head, Leo. So I think this would be a really good time to identify like, what are those feelings that are coming up? Because your energy feels very different than your person. Like your person's energy feels like they're very passionate about you and in love with you, but maybe a little bit slower to open up emotionally. Whereas your energy is feeling like you're very nervous, where you're like, can I trust this? Can I believe this? And so that might be something you kind of have to identify, like, why am I feeling that way? What other actions could you be taking? Okay. Here's the answer. Why are you feeling the Nine of Swords? Because of something that happened to you in the past that maybe you're projecting onto the situation, okay? We've all been there. So here's what happens sometimes. Six of Cups is connected to the past. So maybe you did have a partner in the past who was like holding back emotionally and it fell apart and things did not work out, right? And so now you're in this situation, to be clear, with a different person, but you're feeling like anxious about it because you're like, I've had bad experiences before. I've had past relationships that didn't work out, and you're like thinking about it, right? And then you're getting up in your head because of this past stuff. And honestly, like my opinion on that is it's not super helpful because this is a different person, right? So I think sometimes what we have to do is we have to consciously like separate out the past stuff and be like, okay, that happened in the past. That didn't feel great, that whatever. But that doesn't mean that that's true for this person who's in front of me right now. So I almost feel as we're getting into your energy, there's something about the past that could be coming into your mind, Leo, and it could be planting those seeds of doubt about this relationship. But I feel like the advice here would be to separate out past person from this current person, because they're not the same person. So it doesn't mean it's going to be the same story, right? So that's what I think is causing you to get up in your head. Tell me what other actions you could be taking. Okay. I mean, that's interesting. 4 of Wands is the 11-11 card. This is a card that tends to indicate that we're ready to commit to somebody. So maybe you're able to like overcome your anxieties and fears and be like, you know what? I'm going to jump in. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm not going to let the past define me. And I'm going to see where it could go, because this tells me that you definitely see the potential with this person, Leo. Okay. This doesn't show up if we don't see the potential for a very happy future together. So it's almost like you have to get out of your head, get out of your own way, and just be like, yeah, I mean, none of us know for sure what's going to happen in the future, and everybody has free will, right? You can't control what this person does. You can only control what you do. But I think part of being in love is about stepping into the unknown and being like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to have faith and I'm going to trust and I'm going to see how it goes, right? And I feel like that could be a bit of a mindset shift that maybe you're having right now. So moment of truth, let's see what the potential outcome is here, Leo. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. I think you guys are going to be fine. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. Knight of Pentacles is not like a fast moving energy. It's more of a slower pace. But it's about taking the time to really build that solid foundation to your relationship. Now, it's kind of interesting that this showed up, Leo, because like I said before, for you, when I pulled the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles, I'm like, there could even be something about the pacing of this relationship that's making you get up in your head and feel anxious. But I feel like maybe what the issue is here is you're used to relationships taking off really quickly, but now things are moving a little bit slower. But I don't think that's a bad thing, right? Sometimes that slowing down, that slower pace can help us really get to know somebody and make sure that we've built that solid foundation. So I think that you guys obviously have the potential here to build a really beautiful relationship. I have to go back to the overall energy. Passion, heart-to-heart conversations, and soulmate energy. That doesn't show up for nothing, Leo. But I do think that there are maybe going to be some little things that you guys need to work out. I think your person's going to open up to you, but like they don't do it right away. But I think they're going to get there. And I think for you, you're going to have to manage any sort of anxiety that might be coming up around the pacing of the relationship or any sort of past issues that you're being reminded of and like putting onto this relationship, even though that might not even be true about this relationship. It's like you need to separate out the past, okay? So it's like live in the moment, enjoy the process of getting to know each other, and trust that you guys have the potential here to build something really beautiful. So that's what I see for you today, Leo. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And of course, I wish you love, I wish you happiness, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.